I would like to tell you about a fascinating protocol that has helped my clients immensely called Developmental Needs Meeting Strategy, DNMS. Developmental Needs Meeting Strategy, DNMS, was a protocol that came from Shirley Jean Schmidt, a therapist from San Antonio, Texas. And what she found was that trauma wounds weren't always necessarily from one specific major trauma, but also from a series of small traumas of needs not being met appropriately to children when they're growing up. Let me explain Developmental Needs Meeting Strategy, DNMS. When anything ever bothers us for more than 10 minutes, or it kind of keeps happening in our life, it goes back to something, okay? So, Developmental Needs Meeting Strategy, it's a type of ego state therapy. When we are born, as children, we are born innately good. We deserve to love and be loved. When our caregivers might treat us in a disrespectful or inappropriate way, we have mirror neurons in our brain that mirror that and take that in. Thusly, it's not a conscious decision to take on this mask or introject of the caregivers. A basic need that all children have is to feel loved and to feel safe. Well, I'd like to explain Developmental Needs Meeting Strategy from a personal point of view, right? My dad was one of 9 children, and my grandpa used to tell all 9 kids, if I had another kid, I'd have one that could do something. For my dad to feel loved and safe, at a very young age, he chose to do something and started working for my grandpa at a very young age, about 5 or 6 years old. My grandpa had a pest control business, and my dad, as a little boy, would be able to crawl underneath loading docks and so forth. And when my dad was 14, he changed his baptismal certificate from 1929 to say 1927 so that he could get his driver's license and drive my grandpa's truck. So I heard from my father the message, and it was a message he heard from his grandpa. He took it on, was lazy people are bad. So, here I am, little Jessie, born innately good, to love and be loved, and I'm around a caregiver that gave me that message both directly and indirectly. Indirectly because my dad was working all the time, okay? Well, we have these little mirror neurons in our brain that take on the message from our caregivers. So, little Jessie ended up having a dad interject that would say to her, I'm bad if I'm lazy, and or you are too. Right? So, how does this show up? My partner says to me, and we have a fifth wheel camper, my partner says to me, Jess, did you winterize the RV? And I haven't done it yet. So, what happens is then these reactive parts show up in me, where there's a reactive part then with that question, Jess, did you winterize the RV and I haven't done it yet? There's a reactive part that feels overwhelmed. There's a reactive part that might feel angry. No, I haven't done it yet. There's a reactive part that might show up that feels sad or bad. No, I haven't done it yet. There's a reactive part that might just withdraw. So why do these reactive parts show up? It's a simple question. Jess, did you winterize the RV? The reactive parts show up because this question was filtered by this dad interject that said, I'm bad if I'm lazy. So the Developmental Needs Meeting Strategy is a strategy that helps us take off those masks, those interjects, and then we can put a happy face there, right? Without that mask or interject, my partner says, Jess, did you winterize the RV? And I reply, nope, not yet. And then none of these reactive parts show up. DNMS helps my clients who not only might have had negative messaging, inappropriate messaging from caregivers, but Developmental Needs Meeting Strategy also helps with attachment wounds, helping my clients today feel secure with their existence, secure in their feeling safe emotionally, physically, and secure with relationship to self and to others. I found that Developmental Needs Meeting Strategy is a tool I can use as a therapist to give my clients a happy childhood today.